Mixed reaction today from U of O students a day after the Senate task force presented recommendations on addressing sexual violence to the interim president.
KEZI 9 News reporter Chinu Her joins us live on campus with what students had to say. Chinu?
Well, Matt and Renee, students definitely agree bringing the topic to the table is a step in the right direction, and they like that the University of Oregon is tackling the issue head on. But when it comes to the task force's recommendations, they agree with some and they question others. The University of Oregon is continuing to make progress in its efforts to address sexual violence, this time having the Senate task force present a long list of recommendations to interim President Scott Coltrane.
I think it's really important to have a task force.
Students say having a task force like this to tackle the issue can hopefully help prevent future assaults.
I think it's a really good start. I think there's a lot of changes that need to be made on campus, and the most important thing is that there's people that are working towards that.
The recommendations were broken down to 3 steps: critical policy changes, prevention and education, and administrative changes. Of the 23 ideas, a few stuck out to students, such as suspending fraternities and sororities from expanding.
And I don't think is necessarily the best idea. I'm not involved in Greek life, but I don't think that we should blame it on Greek life, but rather the people that are actually committing the crimes.
This is a campus-wide issue. It not only occurs in, like frat houses or whatnot.
And the idea to expand women's self-defense training drew mixed reactions.
It's almost like victim blaming, and it's really irritating. It should never be on the victim.
I've taken a self-defense class. I thought it was really helpful. More of those would obviously make people feel safer, and I think that's a really important thing here.
However, they all agree on the big idea of the task force: changing the culture through education and action.
Man to man, you have to look at each other and know that it will never be acceptable.
It makes me feel happy that I go to a school that is willing to bring up the hard issues and isn't just ignoring that it's there, because if they're ignoring it, it's never going to get fixed.
Now, we reached out to the University of Oregon today, but no one was available to comment. Interim President Scott Coltrane was at the meeting yesterday, and he told KEZI 9 News it was the first time he heard those recommendations, and he was impressed. So if you'd like to see that list, we have it over at KEZI.com. Live in Eugene, Chinu Her, KEZI 9 News.